Yo, what's going on, boys? In this video, I'm going to be covering exactly how I lost 20 pounds using this very own fit protocol that I created, okay? And if you're wondering why should I be listening to you, in this picture right here, I was 160 pounds, I was fat, out of shape, lacked a lot of confidence within my own self. And in this picture, I was 145 pounds. Now I have all of the confidence in the world. I have the energy to actually go and put in the work whenever I have to. And obviously you can see that my body is more lean and more toned, okay? And the fit protocol is the simple FIT structure, okay? And it's going to be covering this whole thing that I created for you guys, okay? And F, the first thing is fixing your mindset around fitness. I is intentional eating habits, and T is training with progressive overload. And if you guys just watch this video until the end, I promise you guys will have a way better understanding when it comes down to fitness and weight loss, okay? And this protocol didn't only help me, but it's also helped out my client Fabian lose 12 pounds in a month. In this picture, as you can see, he was 210 pounds in January 24th, and now February 24th he lost 12 pounds and he's 198 pounds, okay? And let's just get straight into the video, okay? The first thing is fixing your mindset, okay? If you take a look at this picture right here, right? It's a number 6 or a number 9. There's a guy on the bottom saying, man, it's a number 6, and there's a guy on the top saying, man, I promise you it's a number 9, right? At the end of the day, man, like, let me ask you guys a question. Who's correct in this picture, right? If you say the guy on the bottom is correct, or if you say the guy on the top is correct, you're wrong, right? Because the truth is, they're both right, right? They're both completely right. And the thing is, the things that you think about, the way that you view fitness, right? If you think getting in shape is hard, if you think that getting in shape is going to be impossible or losing the weight is impossible, you're never going to lose weight, right? But if you understand that it is possible, if you understand that you are capable of doing it, then I promise you it'll be so much easier. And the thing is, if you enter a race thinking, I'm gonna lose this, you've already lost before the race even started. So fix your mindset around the way that you view fitness, okay? And the truth is, there's two versions of yourself right now, right? I just want to show this whole thing right here. This is like the 1.0 version of myself, right? The 1.0 version of Christian. He lacks confidence. He thinks getting in shape is hard, right? He has a lot of doubt and fear of failure, and he loves to procrastinate. He waits for the perfect time, and he lacks a lot of energy whenever he's working, right? Doing his job. Back then, I used to do car detailing, working a lot of hours. Now, as you guys can tell, I'm an online fitness coach and I make videos helping other people out, okay? So that was the 1.0 version of myself. And this is the 2.0 version of Christian, right? He's willing to take action. Confidence is through the roof, right? He pushes fear and doubt away. And he has all of the energy for work, right? And the truth is, he does what has to get done and doesn't care how he feels, right? And he's willing to take opportunities. And the reason why I bring this up is simply because in order to become that 2.0 version of yourself, maybe it doesn't happen overnight, but the truth is you have to start acting like that version of yourself starting today, right? So right now you're that 1.0 version of yourself. You think getting in shape is hard, you think it's impossible. So push that fear and doubt away and start doing the things that the 2.0 version of yourself would do, okay? Like, pushing the fear and doubt away, taking opportunities and do doing the things that has to get done and not caring how you feel, okay? The second thing, guys, is intentional eating, okay? For I, right? The truth is, a lot of people get pissed off from this word called calories, but the truth is you're not going to lose weight if you don't understand how calories work, okay? So right here is just a nice little picture. There's a calorie surplus and there's a calorie deficit, right? The reason why you've been gaining weight recently is simply because you've been eating on a calorie surplus, right? That's why you've been gaining weight. And in order for you to actually lose the weight, in order for you to lose the 20 pounds, you have to be eating on a calorie deficit. So how the fuck do you do that? So here's how you do it, okay? First things first is you find your calorie maintenance, all right? Just use any TDE calculator online and just put in your age, weight, and height, right? It's completely free. And the one that I use is called tdecalculator.net. It's, Safari, Google, wherever you want to look at. And then once you put in your age, weight, and height, you'll get your calorie maintenance. And as soon as you get that, just subtract 300 to 500 calories from that, and you should be losing about 1 to 2 pounds per week. And the truth is, it's gonna ask for your activity level, and you're probably gonna put like, oh, I work out 5 days out of the week. Okay, just leave it as sedentary. Don't be putting that you're active or anything. It's going to be, inaccurate. So the best way to do it is just to leave your activity level as sedentary. Okay, and the second thing is, obviously, you start tracking your damn calories. Okay, um, just download any free calorie tracking app out there. I just use MyFitnessPal, which is this right here, and start tracking daily, right? And on the weekends too. Most people, they track 5 days out of the week, and when the weekend comes, they fall off track. So make sure you do that too, right? And if you're wondering how to balance your protein, fat, and carbs, this is how you do it. Okay, so protein itself is what's going to help you build and maintain muscle while you're losing the weight. So you want to eat about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And when it comes down to your fats, fats is going to help regulate your hormones and will also affect how you feel. So eat about 0.3 to 0.5 grams of fats per pound of body weight. And people think that carbs like rice, pasta, and bread makes them fat, but that's completely wrong, right? Because carbs are used as energy when you're lifting at the gym. So just fill in the rest of your calories with carbs. If you use MyFitnessPal, you could control like the protein, fats, and carbs however you want to. Not sure how other calorie tracking apps work, but just download MyFitnessPal. It's completely free, right? And the third thing is training with progressive overload. Okay, look at this, man. Look at this nice lean tone physique. Okay, so the truth is, man, if you're pushing more weight, then you're building more muscle. So yes, it's really that simple, okay? So here's how to do progressive overload so you can force muscle growth while you're on a cut. A lot of people think that you have to bulk so that you can build muscle first and then you lose weight, but you can definitely still lose weight while packing on muscle, okay? As long as you do a simple thing, right? So from now on, start tracking your lifts, right? I use this free app, it's called Strong, this one right here. And each week you have to increase at least one of these three, okay? Which is your sets, reps, or weight, right? So let's say this week you did 135 pounds for 8 reps. The next week you can increase the reps, right? You can do 10 reps, or you can increase the weight. You can do 140 pounds. And if you can't do those two, then just do one more set, okay? And this right here is like a perfect example of how to do progressive overload. This right here, like I was doing 25 pounds for my weighted pull-ups for like 7 reps right here, 7 reps and 6 reps, right? And then for my pull-ups, I did 45 pounds for 6 reps and 35 pounds for 5 reps, right? And obviously I jumped from 25 pounds to 45 pounds, and all that means is I'm getting stronger and I'm building muscle while on my cut, okay? And that's about it, guys, for the FIT. And if anything, you guys can reach out to me on Instagram. I answer all of my DMs. Or if you're looking to lose weight and put on muscle, book a call with me down below, and I'll see if I can help you out and see if you're a good fit to work with me, okay? Other than that, boys, there's gonna be another like fat loss guide that pops up on your screen. Just watch that. I made that too, and you guys have a good one. Peace.